This is a prisoner and warder release puzzle. There's quite a few of them around that I found a few days back. This is on Matt Parker's stand-up maths channel, and then he has a guest there, Grant, who I think put him onto the idea. But the way this works is that there is a chessboard. The warder and one of the prisoners, the other chap's in another room, so warder and prisoner A are in the room, and they see that the warder has put a key to get out of the building hidden underneath one of the coins. So prisoner A can see exactly which cell or which square the coin is hidden.
To be fair, not a big deal. Right, there's your tiny. Don't lose the key.
It's important that it be tiny though, because what the warden's going to do is he's going to show me a particular square of the chessboard, okay? And then he's going to hide the key somehow in that square. Right now we have a flat key that fits under the coin. You could imagine a more elaborate setup where the entire square is somehow hidden. The point is, there is one specific...
Okay, so I hope they don't mind me nicking that little bit of video to explain things, but the key is hidden somewhere here, and in this example we lost the top part maybe, but in this example it's hidden there. So warder knows it's there, he's put it there. Warder has arranged all the heads and tails in this position. Prisoner A knows it's there. Now the warder says to him, you can tell your friend prisoner B where the key is by only flipping one of these coins the other way around. So you can change a head to a tail or a tail to a head, but there's only one coin. Now that had me thinking a little bit, and I thought, well, there's 64 squares in the chessboard. You have got then 6 bits of information if we're going to do this in binary. So how is it possible that with only one coin you can convey 6 bits? Now I did know a bit about Hamming codes. I used to teach that many years ago. Can't remember exactly how it's done. But Hamming codes are error correction techniques. Say if you're ripping data off a compact disk, a little speck of dust is going to change some of the noughts and ones the other way around. So you add extra bits to it. So every byte of 8 bits you'd slap on, I think it might be 4, can't quite remember. And those 4 are calculated depending on what the original 8 are. And you add those and then you transmit it. And the person at the other end reads it. And if there's an impossible configuration, some of the bits, if you change them, it just doesn't work. So they know there's been a mistake, but it also allows you to calculate which one it is. So to do this with this arrangement, you can't add check bits or Hamming codes on the end because you haven't got an extra piece of chessboard with extra heads and tails. You've got to do it. The actual error correction bit is now embedded inside the chessboard, which is, you've got auto-correcting data, which just did seem absolutely impossible. I then thought, well, you can, if you had control of 6, so if prisoner A and B, they can confer, and they say, right, well, when you come into the room, take the top row and look at the coins, and if I can change 6 coins, I could easily say, let's arrange that so that tails are 0s, heads are 1s, so that could be 0 1 1 0 0 0. Which would work out to be a 2 and a 4, so that would be number 6. So you then work out where the coin was. Okay, so but we only allowed one coin, one little flip. And I thought about this for a long time, and I looked at all the parity arrangements of counting how many, if we had noughts and ones, and look at all the noughts. So this would be how many? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got 5 of 1, which is an odd number. So that would be odd. So you could put a little O next to that row. And then the next one, it's also odd. This lot is odd. There's an even. We've got 6 T's. So, and I looked at all ways of combining that and all that data, so looking at the rows and the columns and trying to work it, and I eventually got nowhere, so I'm afraid I cheated and I watched the rest of the video. Now Grant's got one of the videos and it was about multi-dimensional hypercubes, and I have to say I got lost. I had a bit of an idea what he was talking about, but I did get lost. On Matt's video I could follow it, but I got a bit confused at points. It's amazing, they had a telephone ringing in the background and it just put my brain off so completely that I couldn't cope. So as usual, the only way I can solve these really, or understand these really complicated puzzles, is to work through it myself. So out came Excel spreadsheet, and after a little bit of fiddling around I got it to work on a spreadsheet, which obviously then forced my brain to understand what on earth it was all about. So I can show that. This is the spreadsheet I had fun producing. Here we got the chessboard layout. We could say ones could be heads, zeros could be tails. Prisoners A and B, better get that right, otherwise they're in trouble, so they sort out which is going to be which. Here is the cells numbered from 0 to 63, better than going from 1, as we'll see in a moment or two. And then we've got to think about this, because you've got to have one cell position has got to convey 6 bits of information, which seems impossible, but on Matt Parker's video he sketched these out, which I eventually got the hang of. So for example, in the 6-bit binary number, all the ones that end in 1 are going to occur in these 4 lines. All the ones where the 1 is the second binary digit from the right, so you look at there carefully, yeah, are going to be these 2 groups of 2. And all the ones where it's the third position will be this group. Now what's quite fun is that when you then go to the 4th position, it flips sideways and we go horizontally. I had great fun getting all these noughts and ones in here. I did not type them bit by bit. I wrote another little spreadsheet to generate those. So the 16s are going to be the next bit along, which is these groups here. That's that bit there, the second one across. And all the ones where the 1 is on the left hand side will be grouped like this. Now, having eventually understood that, I could see that where a cell is on the chessboard here, you can get extra information out of it as to whether it's in or out of one of these blue sections. So what I now have a go at is I look at the 4 vertical columns corresponding to the 1s. I go across to the chessboard and I count in those columns how many 1s there are. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Now 19 is an odd number, so I would go up to this square and write a 1. Okay, pretend I haven't done this yet. This is one I prepared earlier. 2s, those groupings, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So that's even, I write a 0. The right hand side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Even, I write another 0. Now I move to the horizontals, which is picking up where the bit is in the 4th position from the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That is also even. So we have a 0. This configuration, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, even. Another naught. Bottom half, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Now that's an odd one. So we write a 1. Now I got cross-eyed counting these, so I did actually make the spreadsheet do it for me, so that would explain why we've got this arrangement sitting here. So where I've hidden the cell in 22 is represented by a 16, a 4 and a 2, so 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0. But the board is saying 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. So is there a way I can change one cell on the chessboard to change this configuration to be the same as that? Then prisoner B can come in, do this adding up process and find the answer. Now the trick here is to look at whether we've got the right bit in the right position or whether it's wrong. Now if it is wrong, so 0 is what we want, we've actually got a 1, I put a C for change, colour it blue. This is a 1, I actually prefer it to be a 0, so I put a C. Now that 0's in the right place, I don't want to change that, so I leave that one white. I need to change the 1 to a 0, the 1 to a 0 and a 0 to a 1. So I actually want to make 5 changes. Now if you look at this, if I was to choose a square and change it, that square will, if we choose it correctly, be in 5 of these blue sections, and therefore changing it will make 5 changes, and it could then make all the changes necessary here. Now how do we work out which is going to be which? Well, look at this. Look at that. That could represent a 32. This could represent a 16. Here is a 4. Here is a 2. Here is a 1. Now to slow things down, I made it calculate that off to the side of the spreadsheet, and it will only reveal it when I hit calculate, but bingo, there we go, 55, which is a 32 and a 16 and a 4 and a 2 and a 1. Flip cell 55. So where is cell 55? It's sitting there, and we can see that going down to the position here is 55. Let's change that to a 1, and bingo, it matches. 0, 1, 0, 1, 0. This now says 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, and it worked. That will just simply say it's in 22, because of course 0, 1, 1, 0, 1 is 22, because it's a 16 and a 4 and a 2. There you have it, which is really quite clever. We can just run through that again. I'm not going to go through all the counting thing because it makes my eyes hurt. If we were to say, let's randomize the board again, and let's choose a different one. What shall we have? 43. So we put it in 43. Hit calculate. It says flip cell 9. So cell 9 is in this position. Set that to be a 1. It worked, and reveal that's binary 43, or decimal 43, which is a 32 plus an 8, which is 40, and a 2 and a 1, that's 43. So it works. We'll just do it one more time. Notice this. You can do this by choosing, let's put it in a 12, so it's in that position there. We can randomize it afterwards. Doesn't really matter. So we need to change 3 bits there. So calculate flip cell 52, which is this one here, 1, and the binary for that, it's going to be revealed, it's in 12. Ta-da! It works, which is really, I think, quite a lot of fun.